So you're moving to Northern Virginia and you're considering renting a home. Well, guess what? In this week's video, I'm gonna share with you the whole rental process and share with you exactly what I'm seeing in the rental market, especially right here in Loudoun County. And we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor. It's another beautiful day right here in Northern Virginia. If it's your first time here on my channel, please do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, because every week I release videos basically all about living, working, moving to, pros and cons, top neighborhoods, basically everything that you need to know about living right here in Northern Virginia. Renting a home in Northern Virginia. So I've done a ton of videos in the past about kind of the step-by-step process on how to buy a home or the pros and cons of buying versus renting. And I'm always a big believer, if you can, buy instead of rent, but I know it's not a perfect world. Everybody's situation is different. Maybe you're relocating here, you want to learn the area first. Completely understand. So use this video as a resource, and the way the video is going to break down is, first, I'll kind of dive in kind of the process of renting, step by step. Then I'll dive into like what I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis in this crazy rental market, and it is absolutely crazy. And then last, I kind of share with you the rental stats, like what are you gonna expect to pay for like a 1, 2, or 3 bedroom. So let's get this video started right now with the process of renting a home. So full disclosure on the rental process, it's not as straightforward as like it is when you buy a home. So every rental home that you look at may have a slightly different variation of this rental process compared to another home, but this would just be kind of a generic rental process. So they'll kind of give you an idea of what you can expect. So the first thing you want to do is, what is your monthly budget? That's super important, because if your budget's $2,000 a month, don't look at $3,000 a month properties. Obviously that makes sense. So kind of figure out what your budget is. And if you're not quite sure, check out the realtor.coms or the Zillows of the world so you can see exactly kind of what a rental is in the area that you're looking at. So that'll really help you out. Second is, get your credit in check. Believe it or not, the credit criteria for a rental, especially here in Loudoun County, is actually a lot higher than compared to if you were buying a home. So a rule of thumb is, most owners, they're looking for at least a 700 credit score for a potential tenant. So check your credit, make sure you're at least at a 700, and if it's not, try to work to get your credit as high as possible. Next thing you want to do is hire a rockstar realtor. And if you're moving here to Northern Virginia, I can refer you from somebody from my team. Basically, someone's going to help you every step of the way, show you the properties, help you with the lease, the application process, and at the end, hand you the keys. So now you know your budget, you got yourself a rockstar realtor to help you every step of the way. Now you start looking at properties. Let's say you look at 4 or 5 properties and you're like, oh, this is the one. I love it. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath by the school district that I want. This is perfect. Now it's time to fill out an application. Now, it could be done online or it could be handwritten. Again, like I said, it's going to depend on the house, but application process will be the same. It's usually $50 per applicant. You can put your name, your work history, where you lived prior, your social security number, and they're going to run your credit. They're going to obviously see where your credit score is after the report comes in. So they'll have your credit score, have like a background check, any evictions. It'll show the debt to income ratio. Then also you can provide a proof of income. It could be like last year's W-2 and maybe your last pay stub, or maybe your last 2 pay stubs plus your last year's W-2. Then you provide photocopies of your IDs. So once this report has been produced, the owner of the property is going to look at it, and they're just looking at the raw numbers. They're going to look, all right, this person makes $100,000 a year, they have a 750 credit score, and the only debt they have is a car payment and cell phone. And then they're going to make a decision, based on these numbers, if you're a right tenant for them or not. And obviously, if you're competing with other applications, the best of the best will win. All right, so let's say you're lucky enough to the owner wants you to become their new tenant. That is awesome. So a couple things you can expect is the listing agent, they'll drop a lease. Here in Virginia, we have a pretty standard lease. But obviously your realtor can help go through that with you. And then you'll sign the lease, and then before you move in, you're gonna make a check, 1, for the first month's rent, and 2, for security deposit. And the security deposit is gonna be equal to the first month's rent, and that'll be held by the owner until you move out. And assuming the house looks great, there's no holes in the wall or anything like that, basically it's in the same condition as when you moved in, you get that security deposit back. Now, full disclaimer, you know, like I said earlier in this video, credit scores is very huge. So if you're, let's say, maybe a 650 credit score, there may be times where the owner may ask for maybe 2 months up front or maybe an extra month's worth of security deposit to help you secure the property just because you have a lower credit score. Now, off to what I'm seeing in the rental market. And like I said, it is absolutely crazy. We know we're in a crazy housing market in terms of like when you're buying, like most houses get multiple offers. I've seen homes sell $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 over list price. Well, I guess the demand to buy a home has kind of trickled down to rentals. I've only done about maybe 10 applications this year with clients of mine, and 9 of the 10 was a multiple application scenario. That is crazy. So obviously the owner, they're picking the best tenant possible, who has the highest credit score, who has the best income. Maybe they want someone who's gonna stay for a 2-year lease instead of 1-year lease. So it is absolutely crazy. I know it's not an ideal scenario, so you may actually have to lose 2 or 3 times on a rental property before you secure one. So let's look at the rental numbers right here in Loudoun County. And when I'm talking about Loudoun County, I'm talking about Ashburn, Brambleton, Leesburg, South Riding, Aldie, Sterling, and more. So the average rental in Loudoun County this year is $2,700 a month. If you compare that to this time last year, it's gone up 10%. So that is crazy. Rents have gone up 10% in just only 1 year. Now, another crazy number I discovered while doing research for this video, of all the rentals in Loudoun County this year, 28%, yes, 28% of them rented for over list price. That is crazy. So if you see something listed at $2,500, you may have to pay $2,600 or $2,650 for it. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for rentals. So the average 1-bedroom in Loudoun County, it's going to cost you about $1,550 a month. And then let's go off to a 2-bedroom. That's going to cost you about $1,981 a month. And then we jump up to a 3-bedroom or higher. That's going to be about $2,800 a month. So you're probably thinking, David, if I want to buy a home, I have to pay way over list price for it. If I'm gonna rent a home, I have to offer over asking price for the rental. What is going on in the market in Northern Virginia? Well, long story short is there's a shortage of homes here in Northern Virginia. We have so many people relocating here for so many great reasons. Great jobs, great schools, great area to raise a family. But we just have a shortage of homes. So that's kind of caused a big demand with very low supply. So I know it can be a challenge right now to rent a home. You may have to lose on 1, 2, or 3 applications until you finally secure one. But I've always been a big believer. Whatever house you end up buying or even renting was the house you're meant to get. If you need any help even renting a property here in Northern Virginia, reach out to me. I'll refer someone from my team to help you every step of the way. And if you want to learn more about living in Northern Virginia, check out these videos right here. They're gonna be great resources. And I'll see you on the next video.